instinctive love, and established love. Every one of us is born with a love that is instinctive. Instinctive love is divine and is in harmony with the cultivation of the flesh because of the biological elements of the parents. This love is imbued with the child because this love is pure and sacred and needs love and protection from the parents because the parents ordained is made responsible. For this, therefore, when the child is born into the world, the child has a love for the parents that has nothing to do with the parents doing in truth, but this love is naturally imbued inside of this child's instincts, and it is germinated for the task to love freely and without fear of the parents. This is as a seed in fertile ground, which must be nourished the same as a seed that has been planted into the earth, must be nourished with the sun and the rain. The scriptures say that you must honor thy father and mother so that your days may be long upon this earth. The religious institution has forever taught this to the flock, as if despite everything or anything your parents do or say to you, you must still honor them and love them, and thus this honor and love is naturally imbued inside of the child's instinctive love. That is not true and never will be the fact. To honor and respect someone has everything to do with how you are treated, and therefore nourished by them. For the instinctive love to be able to honestly express itself safely, the external love and honor from the parents based upon their instinctive love for the child must be demonstrated. This is a harmonious collaboration in act based upon divine principles. I am not asserting divine principles based upon any constructed and established information for us to submit to as a law of commandment because of fearing the consequences if we do not. Who is my mother, my brother, my sister? Those who do the will of my Father are those who are my mother, my brother, my sister. It has never been about the flesh. All of this is divine of the eternal, and therefore internal, and thus the instinctive that has been established into the universe for us as children in relation to the parents. There is no way around this and no deceptive intelligence for to make excuses for it based upon the past. When the parents go in opposition of their instinctive love against the child, there is a violation of the divine instinctive love towards the child. And this causes the child to question the instinctive love of the parents, because the child knows naturally that they were given parents for the parents to love them, naturally for the sake of nourishing the instinctive love, by them establishing love towards them, so that the instinctive love inside of the child can bloom as a flower. This is of how the honor for the parents is cultivated inside of the child, for the child will be able to demonstrate it. It is supposed to be nourished by them by an established love which goes in harmony with the instinctive love imbued into the child. But when the instinctive love is violated by the parents inside of the child, then the child is deeply hurt and confused in areas of the self on many avenues of expression, leading to later forms of expressions. They are deeply hurt because they love their parents internally, naturally, and externally, and rightly expecting their parents to demonstrate, and therefore establish a love which they need for to love and honor the parents. There is no greater hurt than a child's instinctive love being violated by the parents opposing actions of what is supposed to go in harmony with that love. The parent become not the loving parents who are supposed to not only protect the flesh of the child by doing what they are ordained to do as parents, but also protecting the inner mind and feelings of the child. This is a very deep as well as delicate journey as parents and child. Think of how very delicate and carefully it is to take care of the growth of a flower. It is this same delicate love and care that the parents are ordained to have for the child, the same as the flower. If the child has been hurt in this manner, they scar the inner being of the child for most of their lives, until that child come to understand of how this will affect their sacred personal lives despite them having them as parents. In this abuse from the parents, they set the child up for many avenues of failure, because the child, regardless of their age, has been damaged tremendously in the most sensitive and delicate area of the inner being, and therefore many areas of the being has been altered for the effort to preserve their sanity, inside of an insane world that their parents were supposed to protect them, but instead became as the same world they are up against, and only a worse enemy because of who they are to them, and therefore who they are supposed to be in divine principle. There will become a time of when you may have to let go of this entire dilemma for your own peace of mind and spirit, despite who or how your contentment cause others to think and feel. How others feel and think of you must become not important to you at all. Free yourself from those chains. They are not your primary validators. There are parents upon this planet who have been placed here for the sake of being the worst nemesis to their children, because of violating that divine principle of action of what it truly is to be a parent. They know that what they have done is not only wrong intellectually, but wrong divinely under the creator of this living universe. They are evil, callous, and self-righteous inside of an understanding that opposes divine righteousness. They are in fact dead, as Yeshua told one of his disciples when his disciples told him that he needed to go back home to bury his father. And Yeshua told him, "Suffer it be so, and let the dead bury their dead." Suffer it be so implies the time and suffering the pain upon the mind and emotions of letting go of those things that should be naturally performed because of the honor felt for the parents, but have been made unnatural because of the actions of the parents who held inside of their mind and hearts. Death because they failed to be fulfillers of those divine principles of what a parent was ordained for them to be. I am not able to pay honor to my parents' death if they have not helped cultivate it inside of me. For some, this is difficult to embrace because of still desiring a relationship with them from the root of the instinctive love, however, will never be possible because of the parents violating that instinctive love the child holds for them, not demonstrating their instinctive love for the child. Thus the child suffers until they are left no other choice but to let go and to let allow the dead to bury the dead. Those who agree with the dead against you will be those who lay the dead to rest. It's just that practical, as this is difficult for many to accept. There are parents upon this planet who have been placed here for the sake of being the worst nemesis to their children, because of violating that divine principle of action of what it truly is to be a parent. They know that what they have done is not only wrong intellectually, but wrong divinely under the creator of this living universe. They are self-righteous inside of an understanding that opposes divine principles. They will go to their graves first, then to face what they did and did not do. Thus the child suffers until they are left no other choice but to let go and to allow the dead to bury the dead. Those who agree with the dead against you will be those who lay the dead to rest. It's just that practical. At some point in time, one must understand of when no one is further hurting them. One must in time understand the harsh realities of what holding on to that which traumatizes you will produce inside. The nature of a fire will never divorce itself from its natural effects when its space is in danger of being violated. No matter of how many times you place your hand inside a fire, it is going to burn.